Reid here with today's tech headlines for you. Please give us a like if you enjoy these reports by tickling the little like button. You won't get a laughing sound effect, which you should. And you can also subscribe so you know when each new report is posted. Hit the little bell icon and that thing won't ring either. Come on. YouTube, have a little humor, guys, okay? Anyway, while the U.S. the last few years has been less aggressive with tech firms, the European Union has stepped in aggressively. TechCrunch.com reports the EU has fined LinkedIn $356 million for tracking ads and privacy breaches. LinkedIn had claimed consent, legitimate interests, and contractual necessity based on legal bases for processing people's info, but the Irish Data Protection Commission, under the EU's General Data Protection Regulation, wasn't buying any of it. The complaint against the LinkedIn folks originated in France in 2018. The EU has given them 90 days to bring their EU operations into compliance. LinkedIn said in a statement that while they believe they were in compliance all along, they will work to make sure they are so under the new ruling by the deadline that's been put in. Apple Intelligence features are going to be out for a lot of folks imminently, although you have to sign up and go on a wait list after the final version of iOS with the features drops next week. Apple has been getting some heat from users of the beta over their photo editing tools not being as good as Android's. Now, according to BGR.com, Apple's head of software, Craig Federighi, said in an interview that this is by design. He keyed in on the cleanup tool, for example. He said that while many AI tools try to generate new parts of the photo, Apple has chosen not to. People view photographic content as something they can rely on as indicative of reality, Craig said. It is important to us that we help purvey accurate information and not fantasy. There's all kinds of software and hardware that is being used at the present to track people in the world today. And here is a scary one. It's a tool law enforcement agencies now have called Locate X. Mashable.com says the software from data surveillance company Babel Street has been known since about 2020. What's new is that police agencies in states like Alabama, which has completely outlawed abortion, have been able to track women traveling out of state for abortions. One of them tracked a woman from her home, then to a big box retailer, then to church, and finally to an abortion clinic in Florida where the software indicated she stayed for a couple of hours before returning to her Alabama residence. A word of the wise to any women in a state where the procedure is outlawed now: turn off your phone or take a burner phone when you're out of state. Yes, you have to take things Elon Musk promotes with a grain of salt, or maybe sometimes an entire salt mine. Well, with that disclaimer, I turn to Engadget.com's story that Tesla has said in its third quarter disclosure report is preparing to make, quote, more affordable models. Its lowest model ever at $35,100. Tesla goes on to say they'll start production in the first half of 2025 and that, quote, these vehicles will utilize aspects of the next generation platform as well as aspects of our current platforms and will be able to be produced on the same manufacturing lines as our current vehicle lineup, unquote. Tesla did have a decent third quarter, finally ending a 4-quarter streak of missed earnings targets. I'm Reid, and you're Technified for now.